Hey there, attention now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 950, I have to look, 952 of What's She Up To Now. Documenting my business journey and a few other things sprinkled in there just for the fun of it, because I like to share stuff about my transition from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business. I spent over a quarter century in corporate America in various capacities working for some absolutely fantastic companies and organizations where I received and learned so much in terms of how to interact with people, how to lead people, how to manage teams, how to do all kinds of technical things with respect to quality, and then sanitation toward the end in addition to quality of my corporate career, which led me, and on the side, all the time that I was in corporate America, I was running different types of businesses as kind of a side gig. And then in 2003, 2004, I left corporate America for the final time, for the final job, because I think I had like 5 different big, longer term careers in that time period. I left corporate America and went out on my own I actually started a business with my sister, and over, 15 years, I bought her out when I left corporate America because she wanted to be done and do something different, and I wanted to be done moving jobs in corporate America and climbing the corporate ladder and just doing my own thing. And then from that point on, was involved in a lot of different businesses. The Italian food manufacturing business was a primary business, but also had several real estate businesses on the side, retail businesses, hospitality businesses, all kinds of craziness. And I look back on it and I think, oh my God, what was I thinking? Because sometimes I don't think I was thinking. Sometimes I think I was just going through the motions of doing the next thing and the next thing and the next thing of what I thought I should do, based on things outside of myself, right? Things that we think we need to do to be a good mom, a good businessman, a good businesswoman, a good spouse, whatever. And sometimes that leads us down the right path, but if we listen to our internal guidance and our gut, which sometimes I just shut her down, we always end up with better results than if we forget what's important to us. One of the things I appreciate about COVID-19, and I know there's not very many things that people would say they appreciate about it, one of the things I really have appreciated about it is my ability to sit back, take some time, take a breather, and really look at what my priorities are, what's important. And I hope that you're doing the same thing. What's important? My son-in-law was telling a story day before yesterday. He's a lineman journeyman out in Colorado, and they were working in a neighborhood, and there was a man with these 3 children, 3 boys, and he said they watched him delightedly play a whole series of different games with his 3 little boys all day long. They had a different activity going on. They played dodgeball, they played football, they played catch, they did all kinds of different things all day long. And he said it was the neatest thing to see this man, who's clearly a successful businessman, thoroughly enjoying and building the relationship with his children. Now I guarantee if the world had continued as normal, he would be at work 10, 12 hours a day, or traveling or doing something, and he wouldn't be able to be having that bond that he has with his boys. And I think that there's so much of that that's possible if we look for it, and if we make sure that we're building on what we can do, not on what we can't do. So today I call this Attention and Now for a couple reasons. The setup for success, it's not really a challenge, it's just what I'm doing in September, kind of as an interim activity between the Get Up and Go challenges. I do a 30-day Get Up and Go challenge. I started it with April as part of the pandemic. It's like, what am I going to do? What are other people going to do to keep moving forward during this unbelievably chaotic upheaval of our lives? And so in the month of April, I did a 30-day challenge. Then I was challenged by a group of 150,000 entrepreneurs to do another challenge, but a 40-day challenge from June 1st to July 10th. So I did a 40-plus day challenge then. Then in August, we did another 30-day Get Up and Go challenge. And guess what? All of them have been different. Every time I do it, it's slightly different. A lot of the same concepts and activities and ideas, but a lot has been really different as well. So I decided in October I want to do another 31 plus day challenge, but I want to go back and kind of work through and look at what did I cover before, what was awesome, what was kind of meh, let's throw it out. It's not that not that important or good or profound or really sharing anything that would be really aha worthy for people. So maybe we'll take that out. So I need to buy myself some time. So in September, I am doing just here's a lesson I learned. Here's a really important lesson that I've learned over my past 60 years of stuff. And maybe you can relate to this. So today was all about the importance of being in the present moment, the now, being present in our lives, number one, being present in what we want to experience, and knowing that now is the only time we can actually do anything about anything. We can't change the past, it's already happened. I don't know anybody that can change the past. Future, not guaranteed for any of us. We might believe it is, we might think it is, and if you'd asked me 10 years ago, I would have said, I'm going to live for another 60 years and everything's going to be hunky-dory fine. And I got an awakening experience where I realized that I too, like anyone else, could go at any minute. So I'm not going to be living for the future and sacrificing my present life and my present experiences. So that was the setup for success, which is part of the, in-between pre-work for the Get Up and Go Challenge. Will I continue to do the Get Up and Go Challenge? Yeah, probably, because guess what? Every time I do it, I learn more and get more out of it than the people that participate in it. And to me, that's like being a teacher. When you teach someone something, guess what? You get as much or more in return when you teach them something, and you become better and better and more of what you want to become. And so yeah, I'm going to keep doing it. Number one, it's fun. I love it. Number two, I know it's helping a lot of people. Number three, I get this huge benefit personally by becoming a better person and a better human being by sharing what I know with other people. So yeah, I'm going to keep doing it. October 1st through 31st, Get Up and Go Challenge page on Facebook. I might move it. I might do it on YouTube. I might do it on LinkedIn. We'll see. Right now, Facebook is so easy to use for challenges. I've been using it for a couple of years now, and it's easy and it's free, and people almost, couple billion people on Facebook. So it's pretty easy to serve people there and to serve a lot of people there. Unlike other challenges, my content stays up forever. I'm not looking to get people into a program, a high-ticket program with me. I am looking to serve people. So my challenges stay up forever. All you have to do is join the Get Up and Go Challenge page, which is a private, erase group. The Get Up and Go Challenge group, which is a free private group. Got to answer the questions saying you're not going to spam and things like that. But I don't remember what the other questions are, sorry. But I know one of them is you say you're not going to spam, because that means if you do spam in there, you're going to automatically be kicked out. There's no one spam and you're out. We're just going to not do it, because that's not the purpose of the group. It's not the purpose of the page. It's not the purpose of the Get Up and Go Challenge. It's to help one another to create what we want in life. And that doesn't mean buy my product, buy my product. Oh, I so hate that. So you can go into the group, and in there are all the previous challenges. So you could go in today and you could pop into whatever challenge you want, and you could participate and listen. There's also a unit that's got, I think, 14, because it was between July and August 1st. I had a couple of weeks. What am I going to do? So I did another kind of thing like I'm doing now in the month of September. I didn't call it Set Up for Success. I called it preliminary or pre-lessons for the August challenge. So there's like 14 of those, I think, in there that you could pop back in, and you can go and look at the different topics and say, hey, this is something I want to learn about. Hey, I want to know how to handle difficult people, which I did 2 days ago, by the way. And it's just in Unit 5 under how to handle difficult people, how to handle difficult situations, or how to deal with people. I don't remember the exact title. So you can go in and you can watch any of those, any of that content, and hopefully you'll get something out of it. I would imagine that there's something to learn in every one of those, at least a tidbit to learn. One of my personal things about going to and learning and participating in other things is I want to learn at least one thing. And it doesn't mean I'm going to hear it for the first time or it's going to be new, but I want to have an aha, enlightened moment through every course, everything, every challenge, every webinar, seminar, everything I listen to. I look for at least one thing that I learn or that I reinforces for me something that I've heard before, but I might not actually be acting on it. How many of us know stuff? Like, I know all kinds of stuff, but I don't do 99.95% of what I've learned or know or am aware of, right? We just don't. We have to pick and choose what matches and what is right for us. So we know all these things. But one of the lessons that I learned over life is that if I say I know this or I know this already, my brain shuts off and I'm not listening and open to it anymore. But if I say I've heard this before, what else can I learn? What little nuance or little detail am I missing that I've heard this several times before, but I actually haven't applied it in my life? I think of my physical health and well-being. And I've had lots of physical challenges in my life. And literally, bedridden for 3 years, lots of crazy things, sudden cardiac arrest, blind, legally blind now, all kinds of stuff, right? And I still, for several decades, shut off my brain and didn't do the things that I know I needed to do to stay as healthy as I possibly could. Even during COVID-19, secret revealed, I let a bunch of my good habits slip down the slippery slope of, that's the interesting thing about habits. Good habits, hard to form, easy to quit, right? You might spend how many ever days it takes you to form a good habit, and it isn't 21, by the way. That is a false belief. But how many ever days it is for you. So you spend the time and energy creating this new ritual and these new habits for yourself, and in one day, one time, you can break that pattern of good habit and stop doing it. But bad habits, man, those form instantly and are almost impossible to quit. Think of smoking, drugs. For me, it was diet soda, diet pop. It took me at least 7 years of not consuming diet soda, diet pop, before I realized consciously that, oh, I don't want a diet pop today. I don't want a diet Coke today. That is some addictive nonsense, right? That is some crazy bad habit that's so locked into us. And as humans, we're that way with a lot of things, with not only drugs and alcohol and things like that, but with habits, fast food, eating out in restaurants all the time. Well, lots of us have been broken of that in the last 6 months. Sugar's in everything, and it's in everything for a reason. Junk food, chips, crackers, yumminess. Who doesn't like yummy stuff to eat? My big weakness is caramel. I've gotten better, but it's hard to say no to caramel. So we all have those, but we know that it's really 100% our responsibility to take care of that. Yet, for 20 years, I knew consciously, hey, I needed to take better care of myself. I need to exercise. We all know what we need to do, but we're not doing it. We have all these other excuses and things piled on the reasons why. We call them reasons why. This is why I'm not doing this thing that I know I should do. Think of smokers. Every smoker on the planet. There isn't a smoker on the planet that doesn't know that cigarette smoking is bad for you, especially nowadays. The cigarettes are terrible, right? Because the tobacco manufacturers and the cigarette manufacturers have put all this stuff in them to make them even more addictive. So we all know that. Everybody knows that. Now, I've never been a smoker, so maybe I shouldn't talk about this. That's why I can talk about the diet soda one. The diet soda is the same way. There's so much stuff put in that in our foods that they're addictive. They are physically addictive to us. We are physically addicted to a lot of the different foods that we eat. And it doesn't take but 1 or 2 times to consume them that we gotta have it. Gotta have it. Think chips. How many times have you ever just eaten one chip out of the chip bag? Like, I don't think I ever have. Never. Never have I just been able to just eat one chip. No, doesn't happen. They're gone. Same with, I suspect that if I were to drink any diet soda right now, within a day, I'd be right back up to drinking diet soda nonstop. So I just don't do it. I just can't do it. Now it's been 10 years and a month or so, that little over 10 years that I haven't had any pop or diet soda. I just erased it. So I don't even remember why we started on that topic, but habits and rituals. Oh, easy to break, hard to form, easy to break, hard to form. And how we pick and choose what those are going to be for our lives. And guess what? We do have control over all of those things. Sometimes the world lets us believe and it lets us off the hook. Other people will let you off the hook way easier. And some people let themselves off the hook way easier than they could or should on different things. And we're magicians at coming up with justifications and reasons why we can't do things. But guess what? We can do the same thing, and we can create all kinds of reasons why we can do something or why we deserve to do something. So that was a long way of describing the setup for success month of September, what we're doing in the month of September. And then October 1st, Get Up and Go Challenge. Boom. And I guarantee it'll be different than it has been, but I mean different, better than it has been. And again, I will leave those up in the group, on the group page under the units. October will be Unit 6. September is Unit 5 right now. 4, I think, is 4 is probably August. I'm not exactly sure. 3 is the preliminary work to August. 2 is the June and July 40-day, and April is Unit 1. So you can go back and look at all those and listen to those if you want. I'm actually personally looking for a way to listen to them double time so I can listen to myself quicker, so I can fly through those and pick out the bits and pieces that I want to incorporate into the October Get Up and Go changes. And the new things that it triggers for me that I'm like, oh, I way should have gone into this more. This is a key topic and a key strategy and a key tool that I've used, and I forgot that I'm even using it because it's become so automatic. Fun challenge today was all about designing your dream room. A room in your house. It says your room, but I say any room that you want. What would, if you could design any room that you absolutely wanted, your most amazing, fun fantasy room, what would you include in that room? Which is really fun, right? I think of my daughter built a yoga activity zen room in our old house. It was really fun. You would walk in that room and you just immediately feel calm and peace and serenity and beauty and all the things she wanted to feel. So we get to design our dream room. What do we want it to be? The idiom today was break a leg, which has a really interesting, long and possible different past. But it's one of those idioms that you can see by looking at the past and how it's been kept alive in the theater and in other aspects of our life, why it's stood the test of time and why people still say break a leg when they mean good luck in the theater, but for any performance. I've been told break a leg before I gave a speech or a presentation. Things like that. It just means good luck, and there's lots of reasons for that. On the Supersize Your Business page, you can go ahead and listen to that. I think it's probably 8 minutes. I was talking a little bit more on that one. So that's it. That's what I'm working on today. Tomorrow is Labor Day here in the United States, and Labor Day, for me personally, has a very long and varied and interesting past because for certain reasons. If anybody wants to know what and why those are, I know I've shared them on a video before, but Labor Day was a big wake-up call day for me, and actually tomorrow is the 10th anniversary of Labor Day and the exact day that the biggest event in my life happened. So I'm sure I'll talk about that tomorrow. Go out and have an absolutely amazing fun day. If I can help you in any way, if you've got any thoughts or feelings or ideas or suggestions for the Get Up and Go challenge or anything else that I do, including all these crazy videos, please give me the feedback. Let me know. I would love that. I've already gotten enough haters and mean things that there's nothing you can say that's going to hurt my feelings. All right, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow and let you know what's going on as I transition from the brick and mortar world to the online.